Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking into spring and what is coming for you during this season. We have three groups in which to choose from. We have group 1 with the Aura Rose Quartz, group 2 with the Kiwi Jasper, and group 3 with the Sakura Agate. Please do remember that this is a general reading and not a personal one. So there's no reason to take anything personally. If it does not resonate, just take what does, leave the rest. If you are interested in getting a personal reading, I do them over on my Patreon. All the information for that is in the links in the drop-down box below. I also am going to be pulling some of my oracle chips with this. So go ahead and select whichever group is calling to you, and we're going to get started. Those of you who selected group 1, this is going to be a reading. I did discover that there's a little bit of a hole at the bottom of my oracle bag, so I got to be careful when shaking this up. All right, before I pull those, let's go ahead and flip the cards. Well, we have the Ace of Swords. We have the Strength card, Leo energy. And we have Aquarius energy. I can already tell there's some sort of new responsibility coming your way. And because we have so much fixed energy here, which Leo and Aquarius are both fixed energy signs, this is something that is going to last and stay. So you are taking on a new responsibility in life. I think that this is like destiny. It's written in the stars for you guys for sure. You know, you could be dealing, if you are a Leo or an Aquarius or a Leo rising or an Aquarius rising, this message is definitely for you. But these are also the people in particular who could be playing a key role. Let's just see what the oracle chips have to say here to add to this message. Well, that one just wanted to fly out. Happy birthday. So some of you guys have a birthday coming up. Holy shit. Wedding or marriage. We have a horrible personality. We have fame. Well, that's not surprising. We have the star card coming out there. We have 777. We have March. Look at this. And we have not serious. Wow. We got the gamut here. Watch out this spring. So you could be like attending some sort of birthday celebration or something. Again, I feel like this has to do, there's a lot of social stuff going on this spring for you because we have the Leo card. When I think of Leo, it just is like human relations, like HR type stuff. Some of you guys could be taking on a new responsibility as in getting like adopting a dog or a cat or something like this. So this is obviously going to be a big responsibility. Some of you guys could be taking in fostering some animals or something like this. I see that there's some sort of recognition, especially publicly coming to somebody here. Again, we have fame. There's something happening here. You guys could be dealing with somebody who is most definitely, I mean, we have horrible personality and not serious. This is something I feel like is in a separate of itself. We have luck is on your side with the 777, especially in the month of March. I mean, we're already into March. We're almost done, like halfway through it. Obviously, spring starts March 20th, which is tomorrow. Somebody here is going to be attending some sort of birthday celebration. And when I say birthday, it could be literally the birthday of a business, or like you're attending a party where it's like a celebration, like an anniversary or birthday, or like literally an opening of like something new. Like this is the first you're celebrating like the opening, the birth of a business or something like this. But somebody here could also be literally attending a birthday celebration of some kind. And at this birthday, this person is going to be proposed to by their fiance. That could be for someone special here. Again, it's like, I feel like, and then they could end up getting married next year. Either just Leo season straight up this year. I'm like seeing two things, Leo season or Aquarius season. Okay. When the actual event will take place. Or these are the two people. Again, that is taking on a huge responsibility, isn't it? like when you are committing to someone in marriage, there is definitely a new beginning there, which is very much the sword energy, and it has to do with responsibility. You're going to be, it's like there's all this really good shit happening, okay, around you, but also you're going to be dealing with somebody where you're going to find out that they're not all they seem, and they're a bit of a, you know, they've been an illusion. You've been like having the wool pulled over your eyes, where you're going to be dealing like with somebody, you find out that they are like, now that you get to know them a little bit more, they have a horrible personality and they're straight up just not serious. You guys could be dating somebody like this. Or like think that, you know, hey, you know, I'm kind of interested in this person, but then like you go out on a date and then you find out that, oh, no, dodge that bullet. And believe me, I don't feel like this is a bad thing. And I don't think you guys are going to be like crushed or anything. You're going to be like, fucking thank God I found that out before you invested in it emotionally. This is why we date, because we get to know people. We don't rush into things. And, you know, we get to know people. At least smart people do it that way. Where we're not going to rush into shit. We're going to get to know you a little bit more before we're going to like spill our heart out. And I get the sense there's something like this. Like this is like a side thing in addition to what else is going on. Because remember, this is for spring. Okay. This is a couple months. So, but again, there is some sort of responsibility being handed to this group. And it's definitely maybe even a promotion or something like this where, it could be pushing you into like, some sort of position where you're going to definitely be known in your field. It can bring you a little bit of fame, in that way. Also, you could just straight up be finding out that like, somebody that, you know, is close to you or somebody you know, like, or you have known from your past. Again, we are in Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde right now. Just so that you know, and this is probably why this is coming up here. Whenever there is some sort of new relationship romantically that is starting up, during a Venus retrograde period, for most people, it's not going to last. Usually that is the case. And there's like legit like astrologers that I have both talked to and also, you know, attended classes or have like literally seen astrologers talk about this in videos and stuff where they themselves began relationships during Venus retrograde and it did not last. By the time it was over and Venus went direct, it was over in the relationship because it's questionable at this particular time. It's up in the air. It's like people do a lot of things very impulsively during Venus retrograde. And that is the warning with this. Do not do anything impulsively at this particular time until it's over, which is in April. Just take it slow. This is where this is coming in. Okay. I feel like this is what this has to do with. Like somebody here is going to be dating somebody, could be one of these two zodiac signs or both. And they're going to get to know them, you know, during this period. By the time that, and I'm warning you, take it slow, because by the time this is over, I feel like you're going to be like, okay, I'm done. Bye. You know what I mean? Because it's just, you find out the truth. Okay. The truth is known and it's spilled. So, again, this could be a time where, there are proposals being made. Perhaps even one of you is going to be proposed to. March is going to be a month you're definitely going to remember, like starting now, for the rest of the month. Perhaps something started at the beginning of the month where you were putting in to be accepted to some sort of program or promotion. And here you will get the results, most definitely. I see there's nothing but a lot of good and like, good standing, coming with, and it comes in career form, as well as with relationships. There's much to celebrate and a lot of joy to be had. And often people do get proposed to or get married in spring. So I'm not surprised that this is coming up here at all. With the Star card, it's funny because the Leo card here with the Strength card is very human relations type stuff, HR kind of things. Whereas the Star card is definitely like associates with public service, because remember, Aquarians, it's all about humanitarianism, right? You guys could get like straight up, like there's somebody close to you or yourself could like have a video or something that goes viral on the internet. Perhaps if you guys are doing some sort of, you're like a composer or like do a lot of music, or you create music for like YouTube or any kind of like social media where you put it out there to like get your name out there, something like literally that piece of music could end up going viral or something. That is for somebody here. And, you know, consider, it's very interesting because it's Mercury retrograde. I feel like at the end of these retrogrades, which is coming up next month, you know, that things are going to settle down. And like maybe you put something out there and it's like you're waiting and waiting and waiting. You guys need to have patience too, I feel, because things are going to turn out in your favor. You just need to let things persevere. You know, what is meant for you is meant for you. Straight up. There is no, especially if you keep going forward with your plans and you don't give up and you don't quit and throw a fit, which is very, this energy, like very Leo, where it's like if something doesn't go right for them just once, they throw a big fucking fit and they quit and they blame everybody else for, you know, why this failed or whatever, when really, and I'm not saying everybody's like that, okay, but there are a lot of Leo people out there like this. In fact, there's a lot of Leo people, period. It is a very common zodiac sign. There's a lot of Leos out there. But it's like, this is one of these kind of situations where you just need to have some chill, relax, go with the flow, because things will work out for you and they will last as long as you have patience and you have decorum. Okay. And, you know, handle yourself with a lot of class and maturity. Okay. Because, you know, pointing fingers and blaming everybody else for failures and stuff like this is straight up not very mature thing to do now, is it? So in this case, there needs to be a level of decorum and a level of maturity in which to handle yourself. And let me tell you, it will go a long way if you do. You will have luck on your side. It will bring you a bit of fame, you know, and you will be, when you are patient and you shut the fuck up and you just listen to other people when they speak, you are going to easily spot the people who are not serious or who are basically have horrible personalities, because you're going to see through their bullshit. You know, there are certain very famous people out there who were known for keeping their mouth shut and just letting people talk and listening, and they were extraordinarily successful because of it. So sometimes it's wise to keep your mouth shut and just listen. Okay. And really listen. And also with this, I feel like there's a sense of detachment with it. Do not get too attached to certain expectations, especially when it comes to like dating and relationships, and you will be golden. Because it takes time. The right person will show up in your life for you. And especially if you are making the effort. The way to meet soulmates is this. I'm going to be talking about this in my Patreon. Okay. Coming up, like probably, I'm going to probably record that possibly this weekend. I'm not sure yet. It's definitely going to be coming up before the end of the month, because it is something that people voted for, is like how to meet your soulmate. And there's one key component to this that everyone wants to skip over, but they have to actually follow through with this in order for it to happen. I'm going to be talking about all this over on my Patreon in a video I'm going to do, if you're interested. So, but yes, it's like for you guys, I see that there is new beginnings and it's coming with a bit of responsibility here. And the way you handle yourself is going to speak volumes. So make sure that you are taking the high road always. Okay, you guys? All right, so that's it for this group. Make sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss a video from me. If you would like to check out more readings or head over to my Patreon to get a personal reading or something, all the information is in the drop-down box below, along with all my book information as well. So thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. All right, for those of you who chose our Kiwi Jasper, this is going to be your reading. I found a little hole in the bottom of my bag, so I got to be careful when I'm shaking these up so that they don't go all over the place. Okay, so let's see. Ah, this is such a happy stone. Love it. Mint chocolate chip ice cream. That's what it reminds me of. Reminds me of happiness and summertime. All right, guys, here we go. Flipping the cards. What do we got here? We got the Magician, Mercury. We have Pluto energy. Look at that with the Judgment card. And we have, oh man, the King of Coins. I'm telling you, this card stalks my ass. But obviously it's stalking you right now. So with the Magician, okay, it's Mercury retrograde right now. Something is going to occur during this Mercury retrograde period, which of course is going to end in April. There's some sort of communication, like you've been waiting for a communication. It's definitely going to come through after Mercury retrograde. Also, like watch out for communications, especially with somebody who is, okay, so with the King of Coins, I always associate him, and I always have associated with him with Taurus, like the beginning of Taurus, because literally it is. It is the cusp between the beginning of or the ending of Aries and the beginning of Taurus. So it's like got that energy to it. So there's like the ending of Aries, the beginning of Taurus. It's that shift of time period. This could be somebody you're going to be dealing with. We're dealing with Pluto energy. Pluto right now is in Aquarius, of course. It's transiting there. So where's your Aquarius sitting? Where's your Mercury transiting right now? Which, house is it sitting on? These are going to be coming into play. Pluto brings transformation and long-term change, but it's subtle. It's not usually very sudden. Okay. It's not like Uranus energy. Okay. This is like something that's real subtle and it grows. And, like as if, it's coming from under the earth. It's something that, it like grows roots and then it bursts through the earth and then it, unfurls. That is very Plutonic kind of energy. There's that transformation from the murk and the darkness. Something is reborn, phoenix rising from the ashes kind of stuff, okay? But I get the sense there is some sort of communication. If something has been unclear, I don't know. It's like there's some kind of communications that's going to be coming in for you from this King of Coins gentleman. This is a mature male who's got that Taurian kind of energy, like definitely rocking that shit. Taurus season could, like the end of Aries season and the beginning of Taurus season could be very important for you guys, but it's going to be long lasting. Something is going to happen here. There's some kind of communication and there's some kind of start, a rebirth with this person. Let's get into the chips here to see what that could possibly have to do with. Okay, come on, guys. God damn. Hold on. They're like sticking to my hand really weird. Oh, shit. Okay, well, nutrition. That's very Taurus, isn't it? We have 888. Look what you turn it on the side. What does it look like? The infinity symbol. Oh, this is somebody. Somebody could be returning from your past during, okay, straight up. This is what Mercury retrograde is about, is it not? People from the past returning. You could be hearing some messages or somebody from your past is going to be returning. And this time, like they have really transformed. I don't see this as something bad per se. Let's finish. Oh, look at good luck. Fuck yeah, dude. We have in-laws. We have November. We have sex. We have proposal in business or marriage. We have 111 and we have 1010. Jesus. November. Okay, so, damn. Okay, this is about spring, but I'm feeling like this is August. So things started now are definitely going to last. There's going to be some sort of proposal coming your way. You're moving into a very lucky phase. For somebody here, this person that is coming in is definitely going to be someone you're going to get real serious with. You're going to end up meeting their parents even, okay? You guys have traveled through time and space together for many lifetimes. This is so weird. I want to say this is the Holy Trinity. I don't know why I want to say that. There's something about like this reading and what is being shown here that is definitely very spiritual in nature to somebody here. It definitely will be whenever they watch this. Okay. There's something about, okay, so November, this is 10/10. When I look at this, I always see October 10th. But we also have November. It's very interesting because we have Pluto here, and November, you know, is definitely, as we go into November, maybe even November 8th, 10th, or 3rd, this person is definitely a Scorpio, if that's the case. Or they have heavy Scorpio. Oh, God. Taurian, maybe Aries, and we have maybe, obviously, Scorpio energy here. There's something very much like this person could have stelliums in this area or something like this. But I get the sense, or maybe even in the 3rd house. And it has something to do, oh my gosh, like with a sibling or something even. This person is not far from you, I feel like. But there's a good luck coming your way starting now. I feel like you guys need to really be on top of your nutrition at this particular time, because it can literally save your ass. If you guys have like any kind of like libido issues, there's something that you're ingesting or you're eating at this particular time, which is really dulling that. A lot of chemicals and a lot of processed food and shit like this can do it's just bad for you all around, for hormones and everything else, which can actually kill that or harm it. So I feel that in this particular time, like eating and increasing, you know, your whole pure foods, plenty of produce, eat a lot of spring produce. I don't know why asparagus was totally popping into my head. Of course it is asparagus season. So asparagus is going to, you know, be cheaper to get your hands on. Eating spring, like foods that are in season for you guys, eating like so many different types of plants in a week could actually boost your metabolism and like just give you radiant health in general. It could balance your hormones. It can help you out. You are what you eat. Watch out for too much caffeine and stimulants, because these are drying you out, not helping you at this particular time. They have proven this multiple times now that, you know, too much diuretic type things, like, you know, because caffeine is diuretic, alcohol is a diuretic, because it makes you piss a lot and it just fucks up your system. It actually can, it makes you look, your skin look like shit. I was, no joke, reading about this last night. How they show, it was like some article like, oh, what happens to your body after 3 days of not drinking alcohol? As long as you're not like an alcoholic, okay? Like what happens? Like the longer you drink and the more toxins you put into your body, the longer it's going to take to purge those and get those out so that your body can like reprocess and rejuvenate, because it takes so long for each organ to turn over cells to regenerate them so that you literally can have a whole brand new liver. But you don't want to damage it too much, you know? So in this case, I feel like you guys need to really watch the nutrition, because it is the key to your health and vitality as you move forward right now. It also brings about the fitter you are, and the better you feel, the better sex you have. And I get the sense that this person that is coming into your life has definitely got they're on the sex tip hardcore, and they're very transcendental with it. And it's like being fit is very important to them, because it actually helps their libido and it helps with that. And it does, straight up. I speak from experience. The more healthy you are, the more fit, the more vital you are, and the better sex you will have, straight up. Because everything just works good, and plus it just looks good. Which is important. All right, so I see, yeah, this person, I don't know, it's like, I feel like this person is born in November for somebody here. You're going to have excellent, like great sex. You're going to be starting up a relationship with this person, and it could lead to proposal for somebody here, okay? Again, this is for the people who are like actively, you know, dating and things like this, and pursuing their dreams and their goals and going for it. Is through the journey that we follow our passions in life and like literally follow our North Node and all the things that are laid out in our soul DNA, aka our natal chart. When we start to work with that energy, it leads us to these kind of opportunities. No joke. But I get the sense that everything started now. I just feel like you're moving into a really good phase. Finally, it's like there's this good luck. And this is something, and this person is like somebody that you have spent many lifetimes with. They're most definitely a soulmate. There's something to like You guys, I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody here can remember their past life with this person. There is definitely going to be something about them, like when you look upon them, in their face, definitely their eyes, you're just going to know it and you're going to see it. Again, the numbers 8, 10, and 3 are definitely standing out here for me. For you guys. So be paying attention to those particular numbers. Also 888, 111, 1010. Obviously these are signs and synchronicity, signs and synchronicities, sorry. But they could be lucky numbers for you. They also can end up being addresses. Never disclude that. You know what I mean? It's like never just slough that off. That's literally what it could be. I just feel like you guys got some good luck coming your way in like your health and nutrition as well as your sex life. It's looking up for those who are consciously making an effort to do this. So the communication, just wait. There's communication. There's some kind of communication that's going to come in. It's going to completely transform your life. Just wait for it. There's something coming here. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep pursuing your goals and dreams. The communication is coming. I do feel like at the end of Mercury retrograde, there is going to be some sort of transformation that has taken place. Okay. All right. So that's it. That's all I'm seeing for this group. Please make sure to like and subscribe. If you would like to get a personal reading from me or watch more readings like this and stuff, head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. And if you're interested in reading my book, all the information for that is down there too. Thank you guys for being with me, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, for my last and final group with the Sakura Agate, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what we got in the cards here today. Well, look at this. We have the 9 of Wands. We have Neptune energy with the Hanged Man. And we have the Lovers. Gemini season is definitely going to be important for you guys. Wow. Hold on. Haha. I see the message here. I'm going to pull the chips here for this group first to see what's the deal. So we have the Sun. Wow, we have in-laws. We have new friends. We have baby boy. We have new opportunities, damn straight. We have July. We have divine timing and gorgeous man. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so the Lovers is obviously about lovers, duh, okay, where we're making a decision, but literally it could talk about being at a crossroads. I get the sense that some of you could be feeling a little confused at this time. Again, Neptune energy is definitely very triggered right now, moving through Aries, taking its little journey now through, it's just gnarly. If you guys don't know what that means, please seek to Google this shit and go to many sources. Chris Brennan, the astrology podcast, was talking about this and was fascinating. I was listening to one of his podcasts are really fucking long. So, if you guys are like driving or commuting a lot or something, it's a good thing to listen to in your car or whatever. I'm the kind of person who I cannot listen to podcasts unless I am doing something, like that, where I just have all my attention on that, because otherwise I feel like I'm cheating myself because I'm missing out on the conversation, especially if it's educational. But it was really interesting to hear. And I've heard other astrologers discussing this too, about, Neptune and Aries and what it means. This is definitely going to hit you hard, especially if you are an Aries, okay? Because Aries is the sign of new beginnings. We have Aries season starting tomorrow as I'm recording this. It is the astrological new year. But obviously Gemini is a spring sign, and we have Gemini highlighted here. We have Neptune energy, and we have the Perseverance card. There's a need for you guys, even if things get confusing, to keep pursuing and persisting and persevere. Love is definitely coming your way. There are new opportunities. If you guys are at a crossroads and you're trying to figure out, like, should I follow and pursue my dreams? Fuck yes, you should, because this is going to lead to new opportunities and the meeting of your soulmate. Do not discredit this. This is something that everybody needs to know, is that when we pursue and we follow our life's path, we meet our soulmates along the way, the ones that are the right people for us. If we are just sitting on our asses and we're doing things that we hate and that we're not passionate about, and we're constantly like, whining and, afraid to put ourselves out there because life is challenging, honey. It's not a ball, of rainbows and sunshine all the fucking time. It's difficult sometimes, and it takes perseverance. For those who are persevering, even when things get a little tough and there's so many choices coming at us, if you pursue and persevere, the answers are going to come to you. Ask for divine guidance, and divine things will come your way as well. You have to be open to this. A lot of people are extremely closed off. And I'm not kidding when I say this. I talked about even when it comes to people who can't remember their dreams, in particularly men cannot remember their dreams a lot of the time, because they're just straight up closed off and not open to it. And a lot of them will complain about the same thing. Oh, I'm too tired when I wake up. I don't like to dream. They literally say, I don't like to dream. So therefore, that is called a blockage, folks. They are blocking that time with the divine, because that's what's happening when you're sleeping and you're dreaming, folks. And they're deliberately blocking it because they don't want to wake up tired. Or it fucking freaks them out straight up. It freaks them out. I've talked to many, many men, and it's always surprising to me. There's only been a few that are like, yeah, I remember my dreams. And I'm like, oh, cool. You're open-minded. I like you. You know what I mean? So in this case, for some of you, you want to pursue a very creative passion. Maybe even this has something to do with film, maybe something to do with modeling, something very creative, artistic, all the realms of Neptunian things, okay? And it is on this path and this journey, if you persevere and don't give up, you are going to meet some incredible new friends. There's new opportunities, career opportunities, especially as we move into Gemini season. This is definitely highlighted. You could be meeting somebody who is a Cancer, a Gemini, or a Leo, or they have some kind of combination like this in their chart where they are just going to blow your mind. They're gorgeous. And this is the person that you will end up with having children, in particular, a baby boy. You will meet this person's parents. That somebody, especially a man, is getting serious with you when they want you to meet their parents. I know there's a lot of really pushy women out there who are always like, oh, meet my parents. And the guys are like, no, don't ever try to force that to happen. Let them ask to meet your parents, or straight up, hey, you want to meet my parents? Okay. That's when you've got the green light, and it's like, oh, wow, this person is very serious, because usually that's what it means. Rarely has it ever been a case where they're trying to, it does happen though, where they're just trying to impress the chick and make them think that, it's something more serious than it is. That usually does not happen though. Okay. So this is something that could be definitely happening here. I feel like the sun is shining on you. You're definitely going to be in the spotlight this spring. And like I said, there's something about the month of July. Again, this could be a person born in this particular month. But yeah, things started now are definitely going to culminate in the month of July. I do feel that. Gemini season's, like I said, going to be really important. This man is gorgeous. And it's definitely somebody you can get serious with. Somebody here is going to get lucky that way, most definitely. But they're the people who are just, career focused at this particular time, it's going to be good because everything's happening in divine timing. There's new opportunities. I wouldn't even be surprised if you meet like a coworker or something like this who's absolutely gorgeous. And, this could, wow, okay. You could be working for a family business, and you will know, and you will get to meet the whole entire family. I get the sense that the people who started the business, you're going to actually end up meeting them, even though they're kind of behind the scenes now because they've handed it over to their son in particular, their baby boy. But these are people that they will become fast friends of yours. They're not just going to be coworkers. You're literally going to feel like you're a part of their family. It's really fucking cool. I just feel like there's positive. You guys have got to persevere though through confusion. Just, you guys need to pause Ask for your guides, your angels. There are earth angels here, folks, people that act as guides. That's why they're in your life. People can literally reincarnate into this life as a guide for other people and help them in various ways. You could be having somebody like this come into your life to help you through any kind of tough choices you have to make. Ask for guidance. Ask for help. Don't be stubborn. Be open to this, okay? Be communicative. Again, this is mutable energy right here. Mutable energy knows how to go with the flow. Mutable energy can get along with anyone. It's good shit. So I get the sense that this is definitely, we've got some of that energy here, full on, where it's and of course this is Neptune. Neptune is associated with what? Pisces, going with the flow. That's also mutable. But anyway, like I said, when, as Neptune is journeying through the sign of Aries, it's could bring, that's definitely going to bring changes, you guys. So be ready. But I don't know. It's I feel like somebody here could get a little confused in trying to make a decision or a choice and you're at a crossroads. Don't worry. There are people you can ask for guidance, including your literal guides, your spirit guides, and it will all work out and everything's going to happen in divine timing. It's just there's positive things for positive people. If you wallow in angst and you're angry all the time or something like that, you're just going to get more of that. But if you look to the brighter side of life, and this is a time that you need to look to the brighter, look at that little daisy right there. New opportunity. Daisies are happy flowers. And this could be a sign in synchronicity for you guys as well. It's very funny. The little crab we have out here, I shit you not, every single, the beginning of Cancer season, it's so weird. When it's since I started doing tarot on YouTube, this happened, and it didn't happen until I started doing the tarot, which is really weird. But we have crabs that appear outside in our walkway right here in the front. They're little crabs, and they just come out exactly on Cancer season. It's so wild. And there's a bunch of them. I'm where the F are these coming from? It's wild. So I feel that there's some kind of sign of synchronicity with this in particular, with you guys. Maybe you're even, look at that. There's water in the background here, There's these beautiful castles, next to the water. It's green and hilly. Perhaps this is where you have an opportunity to travel to a place like this, and magical things can happen there. Perhaps you're going to be moving for a new career to a location that has, it's a city or a town or something next to water like this. And it's just picturesque and it's beautiful, especially in spring, because I feel the hills are really lush and green and there's wildflowers everywhere. And it's gorgeous. It's a very beautiful place. Also, you guys, pay attention to your Chiron placement. Chiron is extremely important, and I have just, really delved into it as in the last few months. I didn't realize, I know it was important, okay, duh, and everyone says, oh, it's the key to your natal chart. You guys have no idea, all right, how important it is. People downplay it way too fucking much. Straight up, if you do not, work with that energy or work through your wound, by the time, people have their Chiron return is usually around when they turn 50. A lot of people will not be around anymore, okay? If they don't work with that and they don't work with their property, and their life is it can be really kind of harsh and tragic if you don't work with your Chiron energy. Everyone makes a big deal about Saturn. They really should start paying more attention to Chiron. I'm not kidding. I was legit creeped out when I was reading about it. Because of what happened recently in my life with that, with a family member. And I was literally, my jaw was on the floor, and I was I freaked out a little bit. And I'm why aren't people talking more about this? This needs to be really, people need to pay more attention to this. Because honestly, society on the whole is very wounded. And if we don't start to pay attention to our own personal wounds, which is what your Chiron is, and working through them to help others especially through similar things like this, because you become like Chiron, you become that healer through your own trials and tribulations, and you can pass on that information and like be a support for other people to help get through that particular pain. The house in which your Chiron is placed, believe me, is extremely important. It's not just the sign it's in. I think the house is actually more important. You guys need to look, because that's the area of life where that shit's going to manifest. And let me tell you, so far from what I've read and I've examined from everybody's shit, it's very spot on. Like eerily spot on. Please work with your Chiron. Learn and get to know it, especially for this group, because it is the one key, literally, to change your life. I feel like for this group in particular. Very, very interesting stuff here, you guys. So that's it. That's all I have for this group. Please subscribe, like, hit the bell, all that good stuff. If you would like to see more readings or learn more about Chiron and things I'm going to be talking about in the future, head over to my Patreon. The link is in the drop-down box below. And please check out my book, which is on sale now. All the information for that is also in the drop-down box. Thank you, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.